going to talk about our meet that we had with Independence, Don Bosco, and Western Dubuque. If you look at the four teams, as far as traditionally good teams, Western Dubuque, we used to wrestle them when I coached at Maquoketa, and they were in our conference, and every year they're solid. A lot of times they'll have 60, 70 kids out for their high school team. Obviously, Don Bosco's been traditional powerhouse. Independence has done a great job the last 10, 15 years of putting out good teams, and so it was good to see four traditional powerhouse teams, and the junior high programs are probably all about the same. Each program probably isn't exactly where they want to be right now, but you can definitely see that each program is getting quality instruction in what they want their kids to do. So most of the kids that were out on the mat were hitting decent technique. You could tell that they've been shown what to do and how to do it the right way. So it was a good quadrangular, I guess you'd call it, for us to be in. Just going to run through the kids and how they did. Brady Leonard continued his winning ways and went 2-0. He had a pin. He's starting to put moves together. Before it was like do a move, stop, do a move, stop. Now he's starting to put a couple moves together at a time. You definitely see that on the bottom where he puts 1, 2, 3 moves together to get out. So great job by Brady. Dalton, after being hurt last week, came back and had a good win against a kid named Hellman from Don Bosco. Hellman's a traditional name from Bosco. I actually wrestled his dad. His dad was a state finalist, I think his senior year. So the kid obviously knows what he's doing. Been in wrestling probably since he was born. So Dalton had a good match against him, controlled the whole thing. Of the 4 minutes, I think he rode him for 3.5 of it. So good match by Dalton. Colby went 1-1, had a fall. The match that he lost, I think the kid was probably 1.5 feet taller than him, which giving up that much leverage is a little bit difficult. Did a good job of battling in that match, though. Never gave up on any position, no matter where he was at, so good job by Colby. Colton went 1-2. He had a fall, and that was nice to see. He had a smile on his face when he came off the mat, so it's good to see that. I think he ended up putting the kid in the half and pinning him. And when he had him on his back, you could just tell he wasn't going to let him off. And I was nice to see that Colton got a fall. Good job. Caleb ended up 1-1. He's powerful, and he used that. He had a good double leg in both matches. Just kind of, I'm going to run right through you, and that's what he did. The match that he lost, he battled hard. I was just looking at my notes from the match, and I wrote down good Brands tie, good job moving your feet. So, even in the match that he lost, he looked good. So good job by Caleb. Austin Yant really hasn't been challenged in any of the matches that he's wrestled so far. And he also wrestled Hellman from Don Bosco. Got down 0-2 early, and then I think he came back and won 8-2 or something. But did a great job of using technique. I've talked to him in his other matches about you're getting sloppy, your hips are down, that kind of thing, and told him that was going to bite him sometime when he's in a tough match. And he'd listened. In practice, he's hitting stuff with better technique, and it showed in this match, because if he'd have wrestled this kid with bad technique, he wouldn't have won. But did a great job with his legs, improved with his legs. I'm not sure it was a great job, but he's got to get his hips up a little bit. But he was listening, and good to see that was listening and understands what he needs to do. Really the first time he's been challenged. So good job, especially getting down early and coming back and dominating the rest of the match. Leighton got matched up against two kids that just had more experience than him. The first one, we just got to stop a cradle, and we went over that in practice. And the second one, the kid that he was supposed to wrestle, there was more along his experience level, got hurt in the meet, and so we had to match him up against another kid that probably has a couple hundred matches in. And so, he got matched up against a kid that had more experience, battled hard, but came out on the short end of that. Jacob Norton went 2-0 with 2 falls. Good technique. His feet, he kind of likes to go out and clinch the guy's head and see how hard he can squeeze it right away. But once he gets over that, the first 20 seconds, and he starts moving his feet, starts getting to his ties, he looks good. We gotta stop doing the squeeze the head thing for the first 20 seconds. But other than that, he looked good. Hunter Poppy was 2-0, had a fall. I think he's starting to get some confidence in his wrestling, and it's showing on the mat because if you have confidence, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do, and you beat kids that so-called you shouldn't beat if you have confidence. And hopefully he's getting that. I see it. I'm not sure if he feels it, but I see that he's getting more confidence. Hopefully he does. Zach went 3-0, 3 falls. First kid that he had was really a pretty good kid. Watching him wrestle the rest of the day, he didn't look near as good against Zach, but Zach dominated that kid, and he dominated the next 2. He had a good day, good technique. I say that a lot, but if you have good technique, you're going to beat a lot of kids. Good technique and wrestle hard, you're going to beat the strong kids. You're going to beat the kids that have the big move. If you just go out and battle with good technique on basic stuff, you're going to win a lot of matches. Isaac went 1-1, had a fall, almost won the other match. I think he lost 4-6. We just got to figure out that go-to takedown when we need it. And again, we've worked on that in practice and go over those down by 2, 20 seconds left situations. And he's getting better. We don't jump for the head, we go for the legs. We talked about that numerous times with him and other people. And actually, I talked about it with 3 or 4 of the high school kids from the Keith Young. So it's not just a junior high mistake. It's a high school mistake. It's a college mistake. It's just something kids do. They get excited and they go for the head. You got to attack the legs to get a takedown. So we went over that, and he's doing better. Trevor, I don't think he was on the mat for more than 45 seconds in his 3 matches. His first match, I think, was 10-second pin. Second match, I think, was an 8-second pin. And then his third match, he had Max Lyon from Western Dubuque. I believe he's a state champ. Trevor went out and tried to hit his Iowa, and the kid's just big and physical. It didn't quite work, and he ended up on his back, but Trevor had a good day. Jacob Eggleston also wrestled that Max Lyon, and we talked about him wrestling that kid before he went out, and I didn't know who the kid was, and he told me. And making small goals is what we talked about. Have you ever taken him down? No? Okay. Let's make it our goal to take him down. Have you ever made it through the whole match? No? Okay. Let's make it through the whole match. Just making little goals against kids that are a little bit better than you now. And once you start making those little goals against those kids, then you start making bigger goals against those kids. And that's what we need to do against kids that, you know, have beaten us a few times. So hopefully the next time we see that kid, we can get one of those small goals checked off our list. And if we do that, we know that we're getting better. So I think that's all the kids. This week, actually, I'm doing this on December 4th. So today, we're going to Owine to wrestle Owine and Decorah. And then Thursday, we are going to Charles City. I'm not sure who's actually there because we just got that on our schedule. Mason City one that was scheduled for next week is canceled. So this Charles City one that's on Thursday, December 6th, is taking that's place. And then the whole next week's off. And then we come back December 18th and go to Denver. And that's against New Hampton and North Butler. And then to finish out the December schedule, we have the Christmas tournament, the Waverly Kids Club Christmas tournament, which is on December 27th. So hopefully we get all of our kids to wrestle in that. And that will close out December. And then we just have 3 duels in January. Our season will be over January 17th as far as the junior high season goes, and then it'll continue on a little bit for some of them for the kids club in the state and the district tournament, things like that. But hopefully some of you can get out and watch us. Our next home duel is not till January, so if you want to see us wrestle today, if this gets out soon enough, we're in Owine. Thursday we are in Charles City, and then December 18th we are in Denver. Thank you.